Hey fellas, how's it going? HX here with more rattle can shenanigans. Just wanted to make a video, actually long overdue on the video making front. Wanted to get this out to you guys earlier this week, but just been playing catch up and generally being a slacker, as you no doubt can see from the unfinished Mustang in front of you. Anyway, just wanted to touch base and let you guys know how the show I went to last week uh, where it worked out, and give you an update on what I'm doing and what I got planned moving forward. So, obviously, as you can see, the Mustang didn't make it to the show. Um, I tried, but it was just not ready for prime time. The main thing was the body here. And while I was able to get a really good shine on the paint from a bunch of polishing and the like, I didn't finish up the headliner there. Didn't finish up, as you can see, the foiling, and there were just a couple other things that I was working on. I had a couple blemishes in the hood that I couldn't work through, and so I just decided, rather than finessing it and putting something on the table that I wouldn't be 100% happy with, or that I would look at and have like that twinge of regret, I figured I would just let it ride. And if it works out in the future, so be it. I mean, there's always going to be other shows. There's always going to be other options. And what's the point in doing all this work if at the end of the day, when you finish it, you can't enjoy it? And like I said, if I had run through this thing just to get it done, looking back on it, it probably would have irked me, all the shoulda, coulda, wouldas that would have taken place. At any rate, that's the long and the short of it for the Mustang. Let me actually get it out of the way here and move on to some of the other stuff. Um, at the show, I picked up a few goodies at the show. Um, Couple things I'd been looking for, and something that I saw that I couldn't leave without. First thing was this right here. Now, I've seen the 53 Chevy kit before and wanted to get a hold of it, but I saw this built as a lowrider a long time ago and thought it was a really, really good look, and wanted to get my hands on the lowrider iteration. Seen it bouncing around on eBay and on Amazon, but really wasn't sure about the price. So got to the swap meet this weekend. A vendor had it and had a decent price on it. Gave me a really good deal because he didn't want to pack it back up and take it home. So it came home with me, and there it is. And now this other one, this was actually a really, really good get. Um, Remarkably so, and I wouldn't have known about it had it not been for one of the members of our community. So, like, shout out to Little Joe from Back Bay Scale Customs, because when I stumbled across this kit here on the table, and the gentleman was talking about parting with it. The numbers that he threw out initially were yeah, a little bit too rich for my blood, but we got to talking and wheeling and dealing and the like. And given the condition that this particular kit is in, I had a really, really, really tough time leaving it on the table. I would have been kicking myself had I done so. As you can see here, it's got the decals. The decals are actually in really, really good condition. The gentleman who owned it, he dated it. You know, you see the price he paid for it and the date he bought the kit, which is really kind of awesome. Here, you can see that it wasn't actually started, and while while some of the parts have been taken out of their wrapper, you can see that the chrome under the clear bits here, which are in really good condition, the chrome is still in its in its factory wrapping. The whole kit is clean all the way around, and I'm still of two minds as to what to do with this particular roaring ambulance. Mainly because I don't know if I feel worthy to like even put the thing together. I mean, it's a classic. It's one of those pieces that you probably would do very, very well to hold on to and just let it appreciate in value, or pass it along to a collector. But yeah, like I said, I saw it and had a really, really tough time walking away from the table. So eventually was able to get a hold of it for a price which didn't kill me. So there we go. The two goodies that I picked up at the show. Also, I didn't go to the show empty-handed. I took a couple of kits that you've actually seen on my channel before I put them on the table. More to get feedback than anything else. So I mean, putting them down there and getting in the competition, I wasn't expecting anything of them at all. I just really wanted to get some feedback from some judges and from individuals competing, just so moving forward I could kind of hone my craft and improve. Well, the two kits I ended up taking actually both ended up placing. So the first one was the 67 Dodge Charger, which you can watch the video for on my channel. I put that on the table, and in the stock class or category, it picked up third place. And then the other was the, or at least to me, the much maligned 64 Pontiac GTO Polar Lights kit. I put that one on the table, and the judges saw fit to award it with a first place plaque. So I was surprised and shocked that I fared as well as I did, but at the same time, being able to sit down and talk to a few people, I was able to get some pointers, and hopefully moving forward, I'll be able to build some much better kits. So that's the long and the short of what took place at Silvercon for me this last weekend, which overall had a really good time. Looking forward to doing some events here in the future, and also finishing up some more builds. So moving on to that, like I said, you guys saw the Mustang early on, so yeah, this is up next. We're going to try and wrap this up this weekend, get the boss all taken care of. Since the body's polished out and everything, just need to clean it before I foil it, and then basically finish final assembly. All the detail painting's been done for the front and rear valances. Everything else is pretty much just awaiting final assembly. Oh, and like I said, the hood, still gotta buff out the hood, and probably I may end up having to repaint it, but hopefully I can just nip it in the bud and get it all wrapped up. But that is the next item up. Then after that, Little Joe's Street Outlaws build. My box for the 66 Nova is actually it's actually covered up right now. It's buried underneath a couple other things as I was like rearranging my my workspace. But I'm still plugging away at it. Once I get the Mustang wrapped up this weekend, my next item on the to-do list is to knock out the roll cage. Finish up the roll cage. I've got the chassis itself is primered and cleaned up, and the engine block is in a fairly decent way, but not quite ready for prime time. I'm basically trying to get it squared away so I can wire it and plumb it and everything. But that's the next project. So hopefully, once I get that wrapped, or once I get into that, I'll be able to shoot a video this weekend and give you guys a look-see at that particular kit. And then the last item up here, I'll give you a quick preview. The box stock build that Roadhog is going to be starting next week. I finally messed around and chose a kit that I was going to use, or that I was going to build for the for that competition. And what's funny is, like, initially, I didn't even think of the kit, and I was thinking like a completely and totally different direction. And then I went through a couple of the kits in my stash, and ultimately came up with this here. Like, I treated Rick Zink back in the back last year for this Pontiac GTO, the '64 GTO. I know, kind of stuck in a rut building yet another GTO, but I slogged through the Polar Lights kit, and I've taken a good look at this kit, and I do want to give it a go. So let me double check and just make sure, because I haven't actually looked at the kit in a while. Just want to double check and make sure that it has not, in fact, been started. That looks like clear parts there. We got our bag of tires, and the exception of a couple pieces that have fallen off the trees, it has not been started yet. So that's going to be my entry, and I'll do a formal video for Roadhog so he can track it down. But that's going to be my entry for the box stock build. And once this bad boy is complete, I will place it alongside the Polar Lights build, and we'll have a nice compare and contrast session as to which one I like better. Quick hint, it's probably going to be this kit here. Just so we're all on the same page. But before I decided I was going to mess around and do the '64 GTO, like I'd mentioned back a while ago, I was looking for this kit in my stash, the '67, and oh boy, MPC, fellas, let me crack this bad boy open if I can get the box open for you. Now, I'm sure there are other people who have done reviews on this particular kit, and maybe the bits and pieces they got were in better condition than what I got. But I was just looking at this body and this chassis, and aside from like the crazy mold lines and flash that I'm seeing here, I don't know if it's going to pick up on the camera, but the actual body itself is is warped. I had tried to put these pieces together just when I was just goofing around with it, just to see how it was all gonna piece together, and I couldn't get the frame and the body to link up or cooperate, and that's because, like I said, it's warped. So yeah, maybe there are other YouTubers out there who have built this kit who have had better luck with the plastic that they got than I have. But looking at this bad boy right now, which was going to be a possible pro stock at one point. Yeah, look at that. There's not even pins under the body to hold the interior pan in place. Okay. So I just kind of clamshell the whole thing. And then, yeah, this is equally awesome. Like this here looks like a chassis pan extension that was just kind of grafted on to work. So yeah, not the, oh, there we go. Yeah, not the highest quality kit on the market, but if you've got a love for the '67 Pontiac GTO, then you won't have to go without. This kit is available. Shoot, at this rate, this particular kit that you're seeing in this video may be available on eBay. Oh gosh. Anyhow, fellas, just wanted to put that out there. Give you guys a heads up if you'd been eyeballing this kit, or you had it in your stash and weren't quite sure what to expect. That's something you may want to look out for. Perhaps you'll fare better than I have. At any rate, I've been rambling for a good long time, and I've covered all the stuff that I meant to cover. So now that I'm going past the 15-minute mark, I'll wrap this up for you guys, and like I said, probably shoot the box stock intro video for Roadhog here in a bit. So that's it for me. Sorry the update took so long, and hopefully I'll have some good stuff for you this weekend. All right, you guys take care.